In this tutorial, we are going to cover editing text. So the first thing you're going to want to know about editing text is you need to be in the content edit mode. So you do that by selecting on the content button up in the top left-hand corner. This is now going to allow you to edit text, and you can see as you highlight over these areas, you can see which areas are editable. So let's say, for instance, I want to change this headline. I simply can click on that, type in the name that I want to use. Now from here I can do things like make it bold, italicized, underlined, strike through. I also can change the style for an H1 or an H2 or a paragraph block. You can also do things like bullet points or create a link, those type of things. So I just want to keep this as my main headline style. So I'm going to click update there. Same thing with text. In paragraph text, most time paragraph text is under the P, which stands for paragraph style. If you need to, you can also look at the code for that particular piece of text. Most of the time you won't need to be able to do that though. Editing text within a button works the exact same way. Within the content mode, I can select it on this and change that text. Now if I want to change the style of the text, so if I want to change how big the text is or the color of the text, I can select on it using the details mode. Now this is going to give me access into the style. So let's say I want to change the color of that to something real bright, and I want to change the font style. So we have several different options you can choose from. Then I can change the I'm make it a little bit smaller, and then I want to change the weight. So the weight's to go from 100 being thin to 900 being very bold. So I can go ahead and change that. And then do I want it to be all uppercase or have no case on it, lowercase or capitalized? And then am I going to land it left, right, or centered? I can go ahead and hit save on that. I'm going to go ahead and fix that real quick there. So now I can see I've got the color of the new headline. Now let's say, for instance, I wanted to create another paragraph right below this current paragraph. So if I select that with the details page, I'm going to go ahead, and down here in the corner is a clone tool. If I go ahead and hit clone, it is going to replicate that paragraph for me. Now I can create another paragraph in there. You could also, if I want to remove that, I can just hit the delete and it'll remove the block. Now obviously I don't have to create a paragraph that way. I could create a paragraph by simply coming in here, giving a space, and creating a paragraph. So a couple ways you can kind of handle that same thing there. Buttons, if I want to change the button style on this is where I can come in. I can give that button a different color. I can give it a different different border. Change the font size, change the font family, the font text. Also, the same way. Go ahead and save that. It's kind of an ugly color, but for our purposes it'll work. And then I can also change where that link goes to by choosing on the link button. I can choose any of the pages within my site, or I can paste in a URL to have that go to a different page. So that's just a little quick tutorial on how to edit text and how to change the font styles. So remember, in order to change the text, I use the content editor. In order to change the style of the text, I use the detail editor. And that is it for editing text.